to my channel. So if you watched my last video, my first video, you guys know that I recently lost the love of my life. That video was posted pretty late. I filmed that video around 2 weeks after I lost Devin. It has been 2 months since losing Devin now. So I'm going to be talking about grief today, and grieving, and the stages of grieving, so to speak. I personally do not believe that grief comes in stages. I believe that it comes in waves, and I believe also that that grief is more so like symptoms of unreleased love, or like trapped love that we are unable to express anymore since our loved one has passed away. I don't believe that grief is like a stages type of thing. And the reason why I don't believe that is because with me noticing my own symptoms of grief, I'm not leaving from one stage of grief and going into the next. It's definitely all there at the same time. So that's why I feel like grief is more so symptoms instead of stages, if that makes any sense. So I'm gonna just talk about my experience with grief, and because hopefully I'm talking to someone out there that can relate to me, or needs to hear this, or needs to hear that you're not alone, and someone like me is out here feeling just like you. So the first thing I want to say, the first symptom that I want to talk about is isolation. I find myself wanting to be alone a lot. More so towards the very beginning, a couple weeks after Devin passed away, I found myself wanting to be isolated. I wanted to be alone. I wanted to be left alone with my thoughts in particular. I felt that I wanted to be able to hear my thoughts. I wanted to be left alone with memories of Devin, and I would feel like if I was around too many people, there wasn't enough space for him, or something like that. Like, I can't really explain so much what I mean, but I would feel like if I was around too many people, it wasn't enough space for him to feel my mind, or there wasn't enough space around me for me to like indulge myself in his memories. And this probably doesn't make sense, but this is the best way I can describe me wanting to be in isolation. The second symptom that I have been experiencing is depression. Of course, obviously this goes without speaking. Yeah, depression. I have yet to go a day without crying. Sometimes I cry multiple times a day. Most of the time I cry multiple times a day. Anything triggers me. I'm triggered by almost everything. Songs, obviously. A conversation I might overhear. A word I could hear. The scent of someone walking by. I'm triggered by a lot. And depression is a major symptom for me. I get sad very easily, and I have highs and lows. I can be feeling okay, and then the next minute I'm just not okay. And this is an everyday thing. Depression is that leads me into my next Depression has actually led to my next symptom, which is loss of appetite. The first 3 weeks after losing Devin, I couldn't eat. I did not have a desire to eat, and for the first time, I experienced a lack of thirst. I didn't have a desire to drink anything. I wasn't drinking water. I wasn't drinking anything. I didn't want to consume anything. I didn't eat. I didn't drink. My desire for thirst has returned. I do, I want to like drink water and everything now. My appetite is still very up and down. I still don't, my eating habits are not what they used to be. So lack of appetite and depression, I'm pretty sure, are linked to each other. Also, I have my notes right here too. Denial. That's my third one. I think I'm on my third one or my fourth one. What did I say? I said isolation, depression, loss of appetite. So I'm on the fourth one. Number 4 would be denial. It doesn't feel real to me that Devin is gone. And I'm so shaky right now. Because just even talking about this is like, it's unreal to me. It doesn't feel real that Devin is gone. Excuse me, I'm sorry. It doesn't feel real to me that he's gone. Denial is a big thing as well. I feel like I just haven't spoken to Devin in 2 months. He's just still so alive to me. I text him every day. I text him all day, every day. And I still send him TikToks. I send him memes off Instagram. I text him and tell him I love him every day. I text him grand rising every rising. I text him good night. I text him in the middle of the day. I ask him how he's doing. Denial. Yeah. And denial is supposed to be like one of the first stages. These things are happening to me daily, on a daily basis. These are not stages for me. I'm very well within these symptoms every single day. This is a daily thing for me. So denial, yeah, because it doesn't feel real. I feel like he's still here, and I don't understand why he's not here. None of it makes sense to me. So yeah. Anger is another one. I feel anger. Anger comes in waves. Sometimes I get upset when I see other couples together. Sometimes I wonder why I had to lose the love of my life and everyone else gets to keep the love of their life. It sounds horrible when I say it, and I feel that doesn't make me feel good to say that, but it is the truth. I wonder why other people get to have the love of their life and are still blessed with so much love in their life and with the person that they love, with their king or whatever, and mine is just gone. And it makes me angry sometimes to think about that, sometimes to have to accept that this has happened in my life. And I see other people so happy, and I'm like, that's not fair. I don't understand why I had to have mine taken away. So it does give me anger, and I also feel angst not here. just the fact that he's not here makes me angry, because why did this have to happen to him? Why? He had so many plans, and Devin was one of a kind. He was one of a kind. He was so special and so different, and so he was a dream. Devin was a dream. He was a dream come true, and he was a dream. He was irreplaceable, and he was an astounding man, and he just made such a huge impact in my life. He changed my life in so many ways, and I have grown in so many ways as a woman because of Devin. And it makes me angry that someone like him had to leave, and the way he left, and the fact that he had to leave is just anger. Okay, that's one too. Bargaining is definitely one as well. This is not one that I go through on a daily basis. The other ones that I named are definitely symptoms that I go through on a daily basis of grief. Bargaining is one that was more so towards the beginning of losing him. Bargaining, like asking if he could just come back, asking God, can you just bring him back? Can he just go back to his body? Can his energy just please go back to his body? Can he just come back to us? Bargaining was definitely one. Towards the beginning. Yeah. So, these are the stages that I have noticed for myself, the symptoms that I have noticed for myself. Again, I will say, I personally do not agree that grief comes in stages, or that grief is a series of stages. I believe that grief is a series of symptoms related to unreleased love from your loved one being gone, and you not being able to express those emotions for that loved one anymore. So I believe that grief is a series of symptoms, and these are the symptoms that I have been experiencing. I'll go over them one more time. Isolation, depression, loss of appetite, denial, anger, and bargaining. So if you guys have felt similar symptoms to these in regards to grief, please leave it down in the comments below. If you guys have noticed other symptoms that you may have experienced or are experiencing at this time, if you are dealing with something like this, have dealt with something like this in the past, please leave your comments down below so I can see if I can relate to them too, and we can talk about it. Yeah, so please like, share, and subscribe, and thank you for watching my video, and I will see you in the next.